the night before the passage match. We're anchored here in Stangate Creek. We've got Blue Mermaid over here, and ourselves. We're the only two that made it. We was supposed to have a couple more, but Ruperta and Lady Daphne couldn't be here, unfortunately. And we're getting underway at about 2 o'clock in the morning. The forecast is for not much wind, so we'll see how we get on. The crew today includes Pat Fox.
Box of chocolates once again.
Alright, that's your look now.
Emma Granston.
No, it's one.
Your round good guy, Lyndon March. The course takes us down the Medway, across the Thames estuary, into the Swin Channel between the Barrow and the Maplin Sands. Through the Wallet Spitway, into the Wallet, past the Gunfleet Sands, past Walton on the Naze, and then into Harwich Harbour, where we finish at Orwell number 1 buoy. So we've dispensed with the normal start line, and we're instead going for a standing start. So Blue Mermaid's just winding up her anchor now. We're going to set our sails and slip the buoy as she comes up, and we'll go off side by side down the river.
We're just underway from Stangate Creek in company with the Edith, outward bound for the Orwell, and we have 6 persons aboard.
River Mermaid, Medway VTF, that's all received. Currently no reported commercial traffic to affect, over.
Yeah, many thanks. We'll be listening out. Take care.
That's all received, thank you.
We were surprised to find a decent breeze when we got underway, and it enabled us to sail quite quickly out of the river, drawing ahead of the Blue Mermaid as we went. As dawn started to break, we found ourselves on the north side of the Medway Channel, and the Blue Mermaid stayed over to the Kent side on the south, and we were the first to cross the busy shipping lanes and get into the Swin, probably almost a mile ahead. As the sun rose, so the wind dropped, and we started to clap on as much sail as we possibly could from as many different vantage points as we could find.
Okay, well.
Right on.
But this wasn't enough, as Blue Mermaid has a lovely running sail, and as soon as he set that, he started reeling us in bit by bit as we went down Swin.
Lots of littles make a big.
So we've just gone through the Swin Spitways. Blue Mermaid's just ahead of us, and the tide has just turned against us. So it's a battle as to who can get in the best position going down the Wallet. Both barges sailed over on the Gunfleet sands once through the Spitways, which left them in the worst of the tide, in the deepest water, and for a good proportion of the day we sat there doing barely a knot. With the wind forecast to become more easterly, neither barge wanted to sacrifice their upwind vantage by diving off towards Clacton, where they would have found less tide against them. And so we continued staring at the wind farm for a good few hours. With the wind across us, we let the running sail come forward on the pole and fly off the stem. This made all the difference, as reaching we were able to make almost half a knot more than the Blue Mermaid. With the wind freshening slightly, we made the decision to bear off towards Walton, and we had a lovely reaching sail in towards the harbour. We got rid of the running sail off the stem and reverted back to our regular rig of jib and jib top, and we were able to slowly overhaul the Blue Mermaid. As we entered over the Harwich Shelf, the Blue Mermaid tried her hardest, sending a man out on the bowsprit to adjust the trim of the sails, and she got it spot on.
This is the finish line here. It couldn't be any closer.
We dived over to the Shotley Shallows to try and get out the tide and get back ahead, having one last attempt to get through her lee, but we were unsuccessful. As she crossed the line, we gave her a celebratory toot of the horn for a much-deserved victory. That's the end of a great passage match. Lovely starting in the dark, and then we pulled out a decent lead, and then the Blue Mermaid set her a big running sail, drew up level by the Spitways. We caught her up going down the Wallet, and then leading into the harbour before Blue Mermaid finally sneaked ahead of the finish. You could not have written a better script for a passage match. It was lovely. Anyway, we're going to bring up and go ashore to the pub at the famous Butt and Oyster.